Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to insert a photo from Google Drive. I'll show you how to do a insert video in a text box if you want to. Really, what you're going to need is pretty much everything at the top of the page. It's one section. I'll show you that. So anyway, I'm on task 1 setting. This is my page. You can see I've already got some items on here, but I need to do some more edits. So again, where do I click to edit? That little pen. This is what I use to edit. So I'm going to click on the pen. It's loading my editor. When I zoom out, then you see my toolbars. And so layout again, I will kind of show you where my layout is. The layout I chose for this page, this newspaper, is the 3-column with the toolbars on top. Kind of like that layout a little bit more than the other ones. It worked. Then I have access to change my font type, my font size. There's my bold, italics, underline. This would be my text. This is the box background that I want. This is a link button that I'll talk about in a little bit. And then I also have my alignments over here. Okay, so I'm on my editing page. Maybe I want to add in a photo. You can see I have a horse photo in there as I was kind of messing around earlier. So I'm going to just hit enter down. And I am going to show you now how to insert a photo. One thing we noticed the last time we used these is once I find where I want my photo to go, I'm going to use my cursor there. But then to drag up to get back to my toolbar, I am going to use the side here. I'm not going to touch on any of the other columns because then I move my cursor, which means I'm not putting the photo where I want it to. So it's kind of finicky, you know, it's a little irritating, but it's workable. So I'm going to click on Insert, and it's kind of hard for us to see that. I'm going to click on Insert, and then I'm going to select Image. And I will have an option to choose where I want to pull my image from. So I'm going to go Upload Images, and then I will have a choice either from the photo library, my camera roll, or Google Drive. And this is why I've said save all your pictures first into your Google Drive, into that share folder you created with your group members, because then you don't have to go through the renaming process. You've done it there. It will save you many irritating steps. Okay, so I'm going to select Google Drive. And as it's going to open, I'm going to select which account I want to be in. You probably only have one account option. I'm going to select the folder that I created, Johnny Tremain folders. And here's the picture that I have. I've renamed it Horse 1 JPEG. I'm going to select that. It's opening. It's loading here. Whatever is highlighted in that yellow, that's the picture that I'm inserting. So I'm going to click OK. That is the picture that I want. Okay, so when I look down at the bottom here, I now have a photo. Now this toolbar up here helps me adjust this photo. If I go 100%, then it's going to fill in that column the way I want it. If I click on that photo again, I should have my, there went my editing bar right down there. I can make it small, medium, large. I can center it. Text aligning is right here. If I want to be able to write around this photo, then I'm going to select this one. And that will allow me to type in around it. You'll kind of notice that up here, when I've put the photo here, I made a smaller photo, but I have room to type right next to it. Okay, so that leaves you some options. Okay. Now, some of the other things that I've done is I have inserted links. And so what you can do with that, if you highlight a word just by pressing and holding on it, I've got my word highlighted. And as I zoom out, I get to scroll up. And this is where that link button comes in. And so I can create a link if I want to. Scroll over. Where is it? Hiding. There it is. If I click on link, now it's allowing me to create a link. I can link that word to a different page within all my Google Sites. If I want a web address, I'm going to click on a web address. Some of my links I've linked out to, you know, maybe a song out there on the internet, something like that. And then I must not have highlighted that word anymore, touched somewhere else, because that word should appear there. Fish would appear there, and then I press and hold where the cursor is blinking. And then I would click on, usually open this in a new window, and then click OK. Just to kind of make it a little easier that. So you can play around with that a little bit and have some fun with creating links. You'll notice I have some highlighted there with tobacco, fashion, and some of the music options over there as well. So that's really covering how to insert a text, how to create a link. If I want to insert anything else, really it is that one area. I can insert a horizontal line to kind of split up the areas. I can insert a YouTube video if I click there. I will have to have copied and pasted the YouTube website in order to get it in here. But if you have any questions on inserting, how to edit anything, just ask. But this might give you some direction as to how to do that on your own.